a new cement floor.
Nice.
So there's quite a bit of positive things that are happening.
You ever spend any time in that firehouse?
Yes, I was detailed up there.
Yeah?
They had stairs. They had to walk. It was like the stairs, like the old stairs, because it used to be horse run out of there. Horse barn. It still has the hay bale thing that lift up there. So it is one of the oldest. The oldest, I think, was engine 4.
Okay.
But which closed. But engine 15 is, I think, the oldest now.
So you know
Spent
about
some time
the
there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now he was talking about what he's doing in his district or ward.
Well, whatever's left over, I'm trying to. We bust each other all the time on that. But no, I've got the $2 million project going on at Buckland Park.
Right.
They're redoing the field. It's going to be like Gillette Stadium when it's done. West End Rec.
Just did the floors over there.
Yep, the floors are done. Yep.
And you did the floors over at Jocelyn, right?
All the rec centers had all the floors were done for the basketball season. Yes.
We passed through the council for money for all the rec centers.
Okay.
So all the rec centers will be updated throughout the city. And Joe Williams Field, they're going to be doing a lot of work over there, right? Well, that's the one across from Roger Williams Park.
Right, okay.
And hopefully going to redo that playground.
Okay.
And Arduine Field, we got a bunch of money. I'm taking up the basketball court, putting a whole new basketball court over there.
Okay.
And they're going to do irrigation and everything. And actually, hopefully the end of this year, it'll be done. I want to rename it after Representative Tom Slater.
Okay.
So it'll be the Tom Slater. I can't call it Slater Park because everybody will be going to Pawtucket, but it'll be the Tom Slater Park.
Is this now the Slater that's related to
Scott? Yeah, that's his son.
Okay.
Yes, that's his son who's the representative. Yep.
Right.
Which he already knows, and I want to dedicate that to him.
Right.
And I want to do going to the Elmwood Little League groups. I want to do the. Because you're a coach, that's why I'm saying that. I was president coach for many years.
That's our connection there. Yes.
But I want to redo the.
Taylor's Tadpoles.
Well, that's my sponsor for my team, Taylor's Tadpoles.
Yes.
I want to redo the playground.
Okay.
And name it after Edward Hooks.
Okay. Now, what about the T-ball field? Is anybody
the T-ball field? I don't think there's any money, or I don't know what really needs to be done, because that actually was a tennis court that was dilapidated.
Yeah.
And when I was president, I wanted to put that T-ball field, and I did actually get that done as president because nobody used the tennis court. A few people were upset when it got knocked down for nostalgia, but nobody used it. Now the kids all grew up and they didn't have kids, so. But no, we got same thing. I got a lot of streets to be done.
Yeah.
And I like to take this time, and he can reiterate that I want to thank all the departments within the city of Providence, because without them, the public works, the sewer department, the water supply, everybody. I don't want to leave anybody out. Graffiti squad. Without them, I know I couldn't get things done. I'm constantly, I know he's constantly reaching out to the different department heads to say, hey, we need this done.
Right.
I mean, just one today was had to reach out to public property because the bathrooms were backed up at West End Rec Center. So without them, they're the ones that are out there working. We're just really the ones to try to move the pieces to try to get things done.
In the last 3 minutes, we've got, you guys have just came back to your new legislative session. What are your goals for the new legislative session? But you go, either one of you.
So moving forward, we're going to be working on passing some new legislation regarding the nightlife activity here in the city with the nightclubs and whatnot. We have a meeting coming up for that. Second thing that I'll be working on is with the police department on ways to try to combat the graffiti that is making a mess of our entire city. It's a citywide issue. We need to address that. And as most importantly, though, we would be working with the Education Commissioner on turning our school system around and improving the quality of life for the residents of this great city, whether it be through crime prevention programs, different activities, infrastructure, etc. So,
nice. Councilman?
Same thing, working, actually we got the meeting tomorrow night about the nightlife through the Public Safety Committee, and to pass some really good ordinances that the President worked on to address some of the nightlife issues. because we all have to work together.
Right.
We have to, I mean, there is clubs or bars or restaurants in all of our wards.
Right.
So we need to work with them because they're trying to make a living.
Right.
And we also have to try to keep a balance between the club or the bar or whatever it is and the neighborhood.
Right.
So, you know, working obviously towards the graffiti squad, a little joke about that is I take pictures of graffiti in my ward and I send it over to Councilman Correia, and 9 times out of 10, he knows who, oh, I know that, they're looking for that guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause
so
you
it's like,
We just made an arrest of
yeah,
one, yes.
exactly. You just,
and he's always, you know, and it's funny because he knows, you know, I'm like, oh, and he goes, what's it look like? I said, let me take a picture. Oh, yeah, they're looking for that person.
Right.
And it does really dilapidate the neighborhood when people do that, you know what I mean?
And if I can also mention one other
Please.
thing that's most importantly that we're all going to be working on together, both myself, the council president, Councilman Taylor, Councilwoman Harris,
Right.
and Castillo, is the homelessness issue that's an issue here in the city of Providence, but not just here in Providence, but throughout the entire state of Rhode Island. So we're going to be working on some legislation on that as well. We've, you know, a lot of people are not happy with different ways of some TSAs that we issue to like hotels and whatnot. But now we're putting in these TSAs various clauses that a percentage of the TSA goes towards a recreation fund for recreation department.
Explain
And
what
now,
TSA is for the audience.
it's a tax stabilization agreement, which benefits the developer well, over years on the amount of taxes that he would pay. So there's a percentage now that goes towards recreation, and now there's we're also adding a portion to go for housing as well.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, I want to thank you both. It seems by the clock on the wall, we've run out of time. So, Councilman, thank you.
Thank you.
Councilman,
Thank you, and make sure you check out Facebook, City of Providence Ward 8. You can keep track of what's going on in Ward 8.
And Pride in Providence. And I'm going to have you guys both back to do updates. And we're going to have Sabina here too next.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Director.
All right.